Proximity drives belief, and belief allows us to hear and internalize stories that are difficult, stories that help us see that what we've worked on for years still isn't good enough, yet stories that convict us to push further. For me, it was the story of a marginalized female clinician in Osaka whose surgical stapler didn't fit in her hand, which inspired me and my global team to push against the way it's always been at Johnson& and Johnson. Or it was a top-tier thoracic surgeon in Nagano, desperate for an enhanced clinical workflow, from preoperative planning to intraoperative decision-making and learnings from postoperative outcomes, who encouraged us to integrate novel AR and VR digital solutions on their behalf. Or was an interventional pulmonologist in Tokyo who taught me compassion for Japan's super aged patients fighting for their lives against multiple comorbidities. My family navigated 12 relocations in 1 year to get to Japan, to be radically proximal to these stories. So, how far would you be willing to go to change the world? How hard are you willing to work to build the future of health tech? And how open are you to the path least traveled? Because it's the 1% of inclusive, empathetic, and global innovators who address 99% of the world's most transformative health tech, who not only find, but build the big unicorn ideas. The folks that not only challenge the status quo, but activate the next generation to fearlessly rally against how it's always been. So Gambale, keep fighting, and stay ruthlessly focused on the global patients, clinicians you serve. So, hey, friends, it is day one of speaker prep for me. I'm officially going to do my first keynote at Health.Tech. I'm about to sign the contract in the next day or so, which is crazy. And I'm going to document the whole journey. So, this is basically the abstract for my talk. It's kind of landing towards a potential conclusion, but I have another one in my head. But it's pulling together the themes where we're going to talk about this radical focus on patients and creating this proximity to drive innovation. It's something I experienced directing innovation from Japan for multiple years, and the sacrifice my family navigated to do so, as well as the sacrifice we navigated exiting Johnson Johnson to stay in Japan as entrepreneurs and failing at that. So this is going to be wild. It's my first paid speaking gig, which is crazy. Eventually, I'll have a link to share how you could come and fly out to Switzerland if you'd like to attend this talk. And my goal is to kind of share the process, the iteration, the writing, the rehearsal, because first of all, it holds me accountable, but it also provides you with breadcrumbs and like room for iterating with me, giving me notes in the comments so that I can make adjustments on the language because I want it to be my voice, but I want the message to land at the right level. So anyway, deeply appreciate you, friends. That's all I have for this mini run. Um, there's something really deep in this that I'm processing as I'm writing it. Um, I went all out in Japan for 2.5 years before my role was impacted, and I loved my job and I love these clinicians. And it's going to be really exciting to have the opportunity to reconnect with. I specifically know who these de identified surgeons are in Nagano, Osaka, and Tokyo, and to see them again and to see how innovation's progressing on their behalf. It's wild. But anyway, I gotta go pick my kids up from the bus. So I'll see you on the next one. Keep changing the world.